Hello, I am Truly Divine, and I am back with another channel message. So this is going to be about I don't know if I really want to call them earthbound spirits. More so like trapped souls, trapped spirits, people that have been stuck. Okay, um, and the movie that I was given was Ghost Ship. But first, I want to get into this channel song that I was given. It's called "Girl on Fire" by Alicia Keys. It's the remix though with Nicki Minaj. And in um, the beginning of the song, Nicki Minaj raps. She says, "Spirit of Maryland calling me, audibly bawling." She said that she would never leave, continue to torture me, telling me to come with her underneath my comforter, and she bought a GUN. She bought a GUN with her, pills and some rum with her, took me on a balcony telling me to jump with her. Yeah, I'm into ghosts, but I ain't doing stunts with her. I ain't trying to be that, but I got him Aggie because I win the gold like Gabby. So these lyrics are very telling of the channel message I got and how a lot of these people who are quote unquote sacrifice or taken out of the game, they are their energy is being harvested. They're embodying the energy of these people, but they are trapping these people and enslaving them, not only in the physical but also in death. When they transition, they are enslaving them as well to carry out their deeds for them. A lot of these people's energies are being used to occupy new vessels. And so that may be a lot of the up and coming artists you see, not just the music industry, but in general as well, and other industries too. But a lot of times you may see an up and coming artist or a new artist pop out, or an actor or whatever, and you say, oh, well, that person reminds me of such and such, or they have the same energy or mannerisms as such and such. It's for a reason. And in 10 to 1, they are probably embodying the energy of that person that has transitioned. Now, in Ghost Ship, there was the only black man in there. His name was Greer. I think it was Greer. In Ghost Ship, there was a woman in a red dress that lured him to his death. He fell to his death. And it was very significant to me, because we know that the falling angels, the falling stars, or whatever the case may be, they apparently came down and they mated with the people that were here on earth, or I don't even want to say people, the giants. They mated with them and they had children with them. And that's where the mixing started to take place. Now, keep in mind, he was the only black man, and he was the true human, Hue, human, right? And so he was lured by this lady in red who was actually a ghost. She was not real. But before he died, we see him drinking, and he starts to like hallucinate. And then the scene is brought back in with, all the people that were there on the dance floor. They're clapping and cheering for him. And again, he's standing in the center on a star, which is also very significant. It's giving me the Star of David and the Jews, right? But back to what I was saying about the lady in the red dress. So she basically lures him to his death, right? He was distracted. He was seduced. She was enticing, vivacious, really giving that succubus energy, right? And also, too, in the movie The Matrix, where Morpheus is telling Neo about how the system works and what it is, Neo gets distracted by a woman in a red dress. Because we see all the other characters, all the other people in that scene are wearing black, and she's the only one that appears to be wearing red, and Neo gets distracted by her. And in that moment, Morpheus says, are you listening to me, Neo, or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? And so when he gets Neo's attention, he tells him to look back. There's the Agent Smith standing there with a GUN, a gun pointed towards Neo, right? And so this is very symbolic with how we allow these distractions and things in this realm, this plane of existence, that's the earth, right, to distract us from our purpose, from our path. And so the main goal is to stay focused. The main goal is to eliminate the distractions, because ultimately we are being tested. some of us get tested daily, but we are being tested. The earth is a school. We are here to learn and to evolve our souls. And so, like I said, a lot of people, they get stuck and they get trapped here, even when they transition, because they're, what's the word, attached to this earthly realm. They are attached to, maybe they had a lot of material abundance, material wealth when they were living. They become attached to it. They become attached to certain family members in certain places. And a lot of times when people, and this goes back to the Whitney Houston video I did about her transition, a lot of times when people are startled before death, they get stuck. We know fear, it paralyzes you. It prevents you from doing things. We know if you are scared of something or someone, they can easily control and manipulate you, right? And so we hear a lot of times these celebrities are dying from overdoses. They're dying from, suicides. I don't want to say the word, but suicides, and taking themselves out, and from shots, gunshot wounds, and traumatic things like that, heart attacks. It's sudden. And so a lot of times, and when these people transition, they don't understand that they are actually no longer within their vessel. And so that allows for them to still be manipulated and used in a manner to which those that are still here in this earthly plane understand, but that the spirit does not. Because once you transition, you go from one plane of existence to another. And so the rules, the same rules don't apply that applied in this realm. There are new things that you have to learn. There's new laws that have to be learned. A new way of being has to be learned when you transition from one phase to the next, when you evolve from one phase to the next. And so, like I said, a lot of times people get stuck, and this is why you will hear a lot of times these people that are being sacrificed within the industry, in everyday life, they are dying in very, I don't want to say severe, but very startling manners. Car crashes and helicopter crashes and overdoses and things that are sudden. And so be mindful of that when you hear these things, because a lot of this stuff is going to start being revealed, especially within the upcoming year, being as though we are in the age of Aquarius. And I think that was it for this download. I'll probably make another video as things come to me, but that's basically when I wanted to get out and explain about these spirits that are like, how they trap souls, how they trap people within this quote unquote matrix, this system, not just physically, but also spiritually and mentally too, because when you're mentally stuck, you become physically stuck as well. And so it's very important that we are tuning into our mental health, our emotional health, our physical vessels. We're taking care of those, and our spiritual health as well, because like I said, there's a lot of distractions around us on our day-to-day basis. And we know that environments play a very big role on our behavior and our mental state. And so a lot of times they are purposely creating these environments because they already collected the data and seen how we as a people would react based on the environment given. And so these are things that you should be mindful about, and really start to look at the world and yourself from a different perspective and see how you are contributing to this system on a day-to-day basis. Don't forget to hit the like button, definitely subscribe, and hit the notification bell.